On March 8, 2014, Malaysia Airlines Flight 370, also known as MH370, vanished from radar screens in one of the most mysterious events in aviation history. The Boeing 777 took off from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, headed for Beijing, China, carrying 239 people. It was supposed to be a routine flight, but what unfolded that day remains unsolved. In the years following the disappearance, numerous conspiracy theories have emerged, each one trying to answer the question, what really happened to MH370? Was it a tragic accident, a malicious act, or something much more complex? Let's dive into some of the most talked about theories and explore the possibilities. Theory 1. The pilot's involvement. One of the first and most widely discussed theories is that the pilot, Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah, was somehow involved in the plane's disappearance. Some speculate that Zahari deliberately took control of the plane, veering it off its planned flight path. The argument for this theory often points to the fact that he had over 18,000 flight hours and a history of excellent performance as a pilot. Yet there were whispers about his personal struggles before the flight. Investigations revealed that Zahari had a flight simulator at home, and some even speculated that he had practiced flying the aircraft into remote parts of the Indian Ocean. However, no definitive evidence ever confirmed that the pilot intentionally crashed the plane, and Zahari's family and colleagues have denied these claims. Another angle of this theory suggests that Zahari may have been incapacitated either by a medical emergency or some other unknown factor, leaving the plane to fly on autopilot. This, too, remains purely speculative. Theory 2. Hijacking. The hijacking theory suggests that MH370 was seized by terrorists or other malicious actors. The flight path deviation, the loss of communication, and the absence of a distress signal have fueled this theory. Some speculated that the plane was hijacked to use as a weapon or to hold hostages for political or ideological reasons. Various terrorist groups were quick to claim responsibility for the event, but none of these claims were verified. A key piece of evidence often cited in this theory is the disappearance of 2 passengers traveling on stolen passports, which added fuel to the notion that this could have been a coordinated attack. But the question remains, why would terrorists hijack a plane and then not make any demands or use it for any apparent purpose? The lack of a ransom or a claim of responsibility makes this theory hard to fully accept. Theory 3. Mechanical failure or fire. Some theories point to a mechanical failure or an onboard fire as the cause of the crash. The theory suggests that an emergency, such as a catastrophic engine failure or an onboard fire, could have incapacitated the crew and passengers, rendering them unable to control the plane. This theory posits that the plane was on autopilot for a long period after the crew was disabled by the event, but the plane eventually ran out of fuel and crashed into the ocean. The case of the missing aircraft was further complicated by the fact that no distress signal or emergency message was sent. This could suggest that the plane was either too far gone by the time the crew realized the situation, or perhaps, in a more sinister possibility, they were already unconscious or dead from smoke inhalation or other causes. However, despite extensive searches and the discovery of debris, no conclusive evidence has ever proven that this theory is the true cause of the crash. Theory 4. Military involvement or cover-up. This theory revolves around the idea that military forces might have been involved in the plane's disappearance, either by accident or as part of a larger conspiracy. Some speculate that MH370 was mistaken for a threat by military forces and was shot down. Given the proximity of military bases in the region and the possibility that the aircraft flew off course and into a restricted airspace, some believe the plane was brought down intentionally. What further fuels this theory is the lack of transparency in the investigation. Conspiracy theorists argue that governments, particularly the Malaysian government, may have covered up key information about the plane's final moments. Evidence such as radar tracking data, military involvement, or any communications between the plane and military personnel is either classified or never released, leading to speculation that authorities may have hidden the truth. However, there has been no definitive evidence linking any government to such actions. Theory 5. The Bermuda Triangle Connection. One of the more bizarre and sensational theories is the connection to the Bermuda Triangle. This theory suggests that the plane disappeared in a part of the world where strange and unexplained events have occurred before, where ships and aircraft have mysteriously vanished without a trace. The Bermuda Triangle, an area located between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, has long been associated with supernatural occurrences and theories of unexplainable disappearances. Some speculate that MH370 flew into an area where time or space itself warped, causing it to vanish in a way that defies conventional understanding. While the Bermuda Triangle is often cited in conspiracy theories related to lost aircraft, there is no scientific evidence to support such a claim. The idea of a mysterious force pulling the plane into oblivion is intriguing, but it remains a speculative and fantastical theory rather than one grounded in evidence. The search and evidence. Since the disappearance of MH370, the official investigation has been one of the largest and most complex in aviation history. The search, which spanned across the vast Indian Ocean, involved multiple countries and the use of cutting-edge technology, including satellite tracking, underwater drones, and sonar scans. Despite all this, only a few confirmed pieces of wreckage have been found, with the most significant discovery being a wing flaperon found on Réunion Island in 2015. However, much of the wreckage, including the majority of the plane's fuselage, remains elusive. The lack of definitive wreckage and the ocean's vastness complicates the investigation, leading many to question whether the search was conducted in the right areas. Some believe the search efforts were too scattered, while others suggest the plane's final location may never be found due to the depth and expanse of the ocean. Theories and what's next. As new technologies emerge, the hope is that we might uncover more about the fate of MH370. With AI-driven search efforts and advancements in deep-sea exploration, there remains a slim chance that more pieces of the puzzle will eventually surface. However, many believe that the true story of what happened to MH370 may never fully be revealed. So, what do you think happened to MH370? Was it a tragic accident, a deliberate act, or is there something darker at play? Theories continue to evolve, and the mystery lingers, but the truth may remain lost to the depths of the ocean. Share your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Don't